Good afternoon, everybody. I think we're ready to start this very special ceremony, our Voices for Change closing ceremony. Good afternoon, my name is Pilar Bravo. I'm the leader of Innovation and Development of Curricular Programs at Centro Colombo Americano. I'm also going to be your MC this afternoon, so welcome. Sala Tayrona is once more full of very special guests that I would like to welcome and introduce to all of you. First of all, our Voices for Change participants who are both online and on-site with their guests. So please, let's give them a warm welcome. Our participants represent media like El Tiempo, Semana, RCN, El Cuarto Mosquetero, El Nuevo Siglo, Caracol Radio, Noticias Caracol, Marandúa Stereo Guaviare, Laúd Stereo, NTN 24, Blue Radio, El País, El Heraldo, Mutante, Mongabay, Revista Cambio, Telecaribe, CB Noticias y El Universal. Let's give them a warm round of applause because they represented and supported our participants throughout the program. We also have Jessica Camargo, our special guest from the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. She's the American Spaces Coordinator, and please welcome her. We have, as usual, Janet Van Dieren, our General Manager at Centro Colombo Americano. Welcome, Janet. We also have an amazing team of leaders from Centro Colombo Americano, managers, directors, coordinators, and teachers. I don't see the teachers. Luis, Luis is there, and Joanna Chapelles, she's here. Speakers from Voices for Change, some of them are here. We have, well, I don't see Diego Ochoa, but a very special guest, Carlos Lasso. It's an honor to have you here, Mr. Lasso. He's the Indiana Jones from the biodiversity in Colombia. We have Paola Martinez, the mentor of the projects of our participants. Welcome, Paola. We have the judges, the evaluating committee of the projects, and they're here. Janet Van Dieren, well, I'm gonna introduce them later, but Janet was one of the people from the evaluating committee. Jessica Camargo, Pedro Lutz, back there. Sergio Rengifo from Secodes, he sends his regards. He couldn't come, but he was super committed. Thank you very much, everybody. And William Layton. William Layton hasn't arrived. We hope he can make it. He was a very special participant. He was a speaker also in one of our lessons. So my name is Pilar Bravo, and as I said before, I made part of the designing committee for the program and the organization of the whole program. I'm more academic, so you can imagine how intimidating it is to be the MC in a ceremony where the main stars are professional communicators. So be kind to me, please. I'll do my best. All right, so we are here to honor not just the creativity and hard work of our participants, but also the shared commitment we all have to making a difference in our communities and our planet. So thank you all for being here to celebrate this journey. Let's dive in. Let's take a look at our agenda for this afternoon. We're a little behind. We are going to start with some opening remarks from Jessica Camargo, Janet, and one of our participants. Then we are going to have some reflections and some cultural event that we have prepared for you, very special cultural event. They want to introduce the group and everything behind this artistic performance. So I won't disclose anything yet. We also have, of course, reflections from one participant that is here and a participant that is attending the ceremony virtually from Barranquilla. We also have the recognition ceremony where we'll hand out all the certificates and the awards. We have special greetings by Carlos Lazo, our special guest for this afternoon, some closing remarks, and then everybody is invited to the main library to have some refreshments and enjoy some networking, all right? So our first speaker, Janet Van Dieren. She's an amazing person in this program. Her leadership has been instrumental in supporting initiatives like Voices for Change and many other social responsibility initiatives at the Colombo. Please join me in welcoming our General Manager, Janet Van Dieren, to share her reflections on this inspiring program.
I'm taller than Pilar. Thank you, Pili. This program is very, very special to me. And the reason for that is many years ago, about 15 years ago, I worked in the US Embassy in the press section. And I had the great good fortune to have a lot of contact with journalists. And I really enjoyed it. And when I came to the Colombo 9 years ago, I've wanted to do a program with journalists for all this time. And we finally got to do it. Thanks, Jess. I don't know if those of you who are here remember, there used to be a prize for environmental journalists that Amway did. And I used to be the person from the embassy who would go and bring the ambassador and do all the press with the ambassador at that event. And I was always amazed by what those journalists presented, by what they investigated, and how hard they worked to bring awareness of environmental issues to people in Colombia. Because here we are in Bogota, and we have no idea, really, of what we have in this country. People in the US talk about, oh, Costa Rica is so amazing, you should go visit Costa Rica, the ecotourism. Colombia? Way better than Costa Rica. There are also initiatives, and we've seen initiatives in the projects, the amazing projects that I had the honor to be a part of the judging. Community initiatives for sustainability. People who are doing hard work to improve the situation environmentally in this country. A lot of people talk, oh, the environment, oh, sustainability, but there are actually people who are doing the real work. And those people deserve recognition. And through your work as journalists, those people are getting that recognition. People talk about Colombia, the land of beauty, country of beauty, which it sure is. Your work shows that beauty. You bring real awareness. And that's very, very, very important. I want to make a special recognition to our teachers, Luis and Joanna, who came at this program with such creativity. It's not easy to lead a group of journalists. Journalists are very smart people. And we're not talking about people who've been in journalism for a couple of years. We're talking about people who've been working for a long time. So it was a challenge for you guys to come up with strategies that would engage your students and that would allow them to really get something out of this program. And I think they got quite a lot out of the program. To our journalists, it sure is not easy to do your job every day and study at the Colombo and have classes and have workshops and prepare a project for the Colombo all the time while you're still doing your day job. That's commitment. And I appreciate it. And we're very thankful that we've had this group of truly committed and talented people in this program. Of course, thank you to American Spaces, to the US Embassy, to Jess especially, for seeing what we wanted to do and helping us to make that happen. Thank you to our speakers. Thank you to Indiana Jones. I don't really have a lot more to say, surprisingly enough, because I'm always here saying things. But thank you. The Colombo is your home now. Whenever you need something with the Colombo, we're here. You've seen the library already, the amazing resources that we have. But also, you've got to keep up the communication in English. You've got to keep networking, and this is the place to do it. So once you've been through a program with the Colombo and the U.S. Embassy, you are now officially anointed alumni. And so we hope to see you here quite a lot. And keep doing the amazing work that you're doing, and hopefully a lot more people will be able to see what you're doing, understand what you're doing, and take action. Thanks.
Thank you, Janet. Next, we are excited to hear from someone who represents a key ally in making the Voices for Change programs such a success, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. Please welcome Jessica Camargo, our American Spaces Coordinator, to the stage.
Hi, everyone. I'm not as fluent as Janet, so I'm going to read. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be present at this closing event. I'm Jessica Camargo. I'm the American Spaces Coordinator. To begin, I would like to provide some context about the place where we are gathered today. The American Spaces are meeting places where we strengthen the relationship between Colombia and the United States through innovative and high-impact learning and personal development spaces. In Colombia, we know them as Centro Colombo Americanos, and we are fortunate to have 9 of them located throughout the country. The Colombos are the most strategic allies of the public diplomacy section of the embassy, as they allow us to reach and impact local audiences in all corners of the country, even from Bogota. Therefore, I would like to give a special thanks to Centro Cultural Colombo Americano de Bogotá, because thanks to their work, we have been able to develop a high-impact program like this one, the one that bring us together today. Voices for Change was one of the projects selected to receive support from the American Spaces Office, as its goal of developing skills to benefit journalists, improving their English communication skills, and fostering networking. And supporting the development of journalist projects focused on environmental issues aligns perfectly with the priorities of the State Department. I conclude my remarks by thanking all the people who participate in the development of this program, the mentor, the teachers, and experts of each space, the people behind the scenes who make the success of these projects possible, and of course, the participants of the program. Thank you for this vote of confidence. Thank you for dedicating so much time to participate. I had the opportunity to see your final works, and I must confess that I was pleasantly surprised by your products. The level of detail, depth, and relevance show us that it's important to continue supporting these types of experiences, and that there is talent in Colombia from all the cities. In advance, I congratulate the winners, but I also take the opportunity to congratulate each of you who accepted the call. Keep working to highlight the opportunities in terms of environmental and biodiversity issues that we have in this country. Your voices already make change possible. Thank you very much.
Next, we have one of our special participants, Angelica Sanchez from Semana. She's going to share her experience in this journey. Welcome, Angelica.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. BFC participants and their guests. Jessica Camargo, American Spaces Coordinator from the U.S. Embassy. Janet Batirin, General Manager of the CCA. Team of leaders of the Colombo. Paola Martinez, mentor, and Dr. Carlos Lazo, members of the Project Evaluating Committee. I want to start by talking about the value of mentors, of those who see the potential, support, encourage, are present so that each person reaches their maximum potential of fulfillment, even showing us increasingly higher goals and supporting us along the way. The mentors in our personal lives are the family, the parents who have trained us since we're little and want the best for us. At the school, the teacher who saw the potential in his students and accompanied them to reach their highest level. In university and complementary studies, when we have already decided our professional path and we meet mentors who believe in us, they support us so that we can learn something new, sharpen our tools, have a positive impact on society with our work. They set the standard for us, growth to continue growing and training. In this very special event that brings us together today, our mentors are the Colombo and the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, and the Spaces Program, the media in which we work, and our own families here present. From journalists, my colleagues and I were called this year to apply for the Voices for Change scholarships to sharpen our tools in environmental journalism, train ourselves in coverage of climate change issues, and do our work better, leading up for the summit for COP16 in Cali. All this with the great gift of training ourselves and doing so by improving our fluency in the English language. The Colombo and the U.S. Embassy joined together as mentors to take us to new levels, learn much more, and be better every day with perseverance, discipline, and our training with the generosity and all the necessary tools to complete our classes daily under the guidance and the passions of our teachers, Luis Mejia and Joana Chapeles. And our mentor, Paola Martinez. Okay, to successfully complete our class and degree projects. Also led by the guest speakers who shown us new words of the topic of conservation, sustainability, and how public, private, and the communities can work together for biodiversity and mitigating the impact on the environment. This has been a wonderful adventure in which we have grown personally and professionally. And in my personal case, and my colleague Cristina Castro, General Editor of Semana, we have the happiness of discovering extraordinary people like Dr. Carlos Andrés Lazo Alcalá, here with us, one of the most knowledgeable scientists in Colombia in the study of species in caves and rivers, and Doctora Jimeno Nieto Carrasco, one of the most important negotiators representing Colombia in international treaties such as the Paris Convention for the Mitigation of the Global Warming. The United States Embassy in Colombia and the Colombo have been also mentors in this process with our journalist colleagues. Voices for Change allowed us to meet journalists from different media, territories, and teams. They work for Colombia and make visible what is happening there. It was a pleasure to meet our colleagues from El Cuarto Mosquetero in Villavicencio, Lina Álvarez and Camilo Rey, and their work and conservation areas and communities in the Orinoquia. Meet our colleagues from Mutante, Mariana White, and her work about the problem of the disappearance of mangroves on climate change. Eduardo Bonces and his work about the preservation of Laguna de Tota. Harriet Hidalgo from NTN 24 and her program Click Verde, Valentina Delgadillo from El Nuevo Siglo, Charik Ruiz from Caracol Radio, Angie Garcia from the Universidad Distrital Station, and the other colleagues who accompany us in this process. They have shown us that we are not alone in covering environmental issues. With new knowledge, we can produce better reports that benefit Colombia and the world. Each one, from their own approach, made the other think in different ways with a single philosophy: the exercise of good journalism, so necessary for our democracy and our society. The challenges of covering climate change, threats to biodiversity, responsible use and consumption, and daily challenge in our coverage, as well as our responsibility to do our job well and inform our audience, generate awareness and positive change in them. Our mentors today leave us this legacy, and they tell us that the path does not end today. They tell us that there is still more to know and explore, and this graduation, they give us their vote of confidence that we continue to grow in skills just like them. Finally, the relationships between mentors and those they encourage often become wonderful friendships full of gratitude. That is what begins today among us colleagues, journalists, our families, the United States Embassy in Colombia, and the Colombo. Thank you very much for this unique opportunity for us, and thank you for your generosity. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelica. You did an amazing job. She was hesitant about doing it in English, but she did an amazing job. Good. Now we have a real treat for you. We have Fundación Artística y Cultural Quijana. They're going to do a performance, an amazing performance that connects culture, art, and the spirit of conservation. Let's enjoy and reflect on what brought us all together here, our planet. So, Fundación Artística Quijana, the stage is yours.
Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Eso es. Bueno, nosotros somos la Fundación Artística y Cultural Quijana. Nos pueden encontrar en nuestras redes sociales como Arte Negro Quijana en Instagram. Y nada, eso es un poco de esa Colombia negra, de esa Colombia afrocolombiana que vive en ciertos rincones de nuestro país. Este es un grupo de personas negras afrocolombianas de distintas partes del país. Y pues como es tradición de nosotros, vamos a hacer un juego con ustedes que se llama Habla Tambor. Suene y cambia el ritmo. ¡Suena! Eso es. Entonces, vamos con la palma. Pa, 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 pa. Eso es, todo el mundo. Suénalo. Y bueno, como es tradición, también para nosotros es importante que no solamente nos vean bailando, sino que conozcan qué ritmos están haciendo aquí, qué danzas estamos haciendo, y aparte de eso, que se lleven como historia, como una nota más, como un aprendizaje más, el nombre de estos tambores. Entonces, empezamos con el primero. Este tambor que ven aquí, que es pequeñito, se llama kenkeni. ¿Cómo se llama? Kenkeni. Listo. Este tambor que es acá, que es el mediano, se llama sambam. Sambam. Y el grande se llama dundum. ¿Sí? Todos tres hacen un set de juegos de dundunes, que es el nombre habitual, provenientes netamente del Congo, también con raíces en Senegal. Ahora, estos dos tambores del lado, ¿sí?, son llamados djembe. Un djembe significa reunidos en paz, como estamos aquí, ¿no? Entonces, efectivamente hay unas particularidades. Este djembe que está aquí fue diseñado netamente en Senegal. ¿De dónde creen que es este djembe? Alguien que me diga. ¿De dónde? ¿De dónde? No, del Chocó no. Es de aquí de Colombia, pero no es del Chocó. No toda la gente negra viene del Chocó. Ahorita les voy a presentar al grupo completo para que lo entiendan un poco más. Entonces, vamos con el habla tambor. O no, vámonos de una vez con juego. Va, ritmo. Palma. Pa. Eso es. Entonces, con ustedes, desde... A ver. ¿Ustedes conocen San Andrés? ¿Quién conoce San Andrés? A ver, levante la mano. ¿Quién ha escuchado de San Andrés? Varios, ¿listo? Desde San Andrés, pero no el que están pensando, sino San Andrés de Tumaco, Navarro. Suena con ustedes desde Medellín, Colombia, Pipe Perea. Suena. ¡Oiga, qué rico! ¡Oiga, qué rico suena eso! Bueno, con ustedes, ahora sí desde San Andrés, mentira, desde San Andrés de Tumaco, con una parte en Barranquilla, Jennifer Clevel. Bueno, con ustedes desde el departamento del Chocó, una parte en Bogotá, viviendo efectivamente Sandra Valencia. Eso es. Ahora, con ustedes desde Padilla, Villarrica, con una parte en Bogotá, usted es Camila Rivas. ¡Aplauso! Bueno, con ustedes desde Santa Marta, con un pedacito en Bogotá también, Gabriela. Eso es. Con ustedes desde Huapi, Cauca, un pedacito en Cali, Jefferson Perlaza. Eso es. Con ustedes desde Huapi, la señorita Leini Perlaza. Y bueno, con ustedes este servidor desde el distrito de Agua Blanca, Cali Valle, Diacho Carabalí. Este fue Quijana. ¡Pa! Muchas gracias a todos los asistentes. Nuestra venia tiene un toque de historia y es que no hacemos nuestra venia agachando la cabeza porque somos personas negras resilientes que efectivamente buscamos en estos espacios dignificar a la gente negra. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. I don't know you guys, but I loved it. It was very special. Thank you so much, Fundación Artística y Cultural. Brian, thank you very much. Fundación Artística y Cultural Quijana for reminding us how amazingly fortunate we are and diverse, not only in biodiversity, but also culture and art. Thank you so much. Next, we have a special guest, also from the cast, Álvaro Ortiz. Is Álvaro Ortiz ready, you guys? He's one of our participants representing El Heraldo de Barranquilla. He's going to join us online because, as you know, this was a program that we covered for the whole country, and we have representatives from all over Colombia. And one of them is Álvaro Ortiz. We wanted to have someone from the regions, and he was super willing to join us. So in the meantime, please talk to the person next to you, so do some more networking. Is he there? He's there. Nice, okay. So he was an incredible participant, very participative, someone who worked on a project to give Ciénaga de Mallorquín a voice that claims for our help. So it's my pleasure to invite Álvaro Ortiz to share his reflections on this journey. Please welcome Álvaro Ortiz.
Good afternoon, special guests from U.S. Embassy and Centro Colombo Americano, and of course, colleagues. This is Álvaro Ortiz, journalist of El Heraldo newspaper, and I'm talking to you from Barranquilla. Doing journalism in a country like Colombia is often challenging. The same violent context in which we live make it so, and despite that, we do it because it's necessary. Here, it's even more so. And doing environmental journalism may also be challenging. It's not easy to talk about illegal mining, extensive livestock production, monocultures, that we touch on places of power and personal interest many times. And there, I insist, it is essential. I have great respect for those colleagues who take risks from the places where there's no authorities, seeking stories, overseeing the power, digging into the inner workings of the powerful, talking to those affected, trying to understand the problems that afflict them. This is the good journalism that Gabriel Garcia Marquez spoke so much about. Through this profession, we don't aim to change the world, but rather to find reasonable solutions during an increasingly acute climate crisis, which makes our never-ending workdays even longer. On top of that, there is the media crisis and the fake news that spread faster, and we have to face that in the newsroom as well. More than being pessimistic, this is another reason to do the best job in the world, as Garcia Marquez called it. That's why I am filled with gratitude when initiatives like this of the US Embassy and the Centro Colombo Americano are carried out, as they recognize the importance of doing good journalism. Voices for Change was the ideal space to expand, reinforce, and explore new ways to tell stories. Personally, I must say that each class helped create a new perspective of the world we live in, one that is necessary to then interpret and later transmit through the use of word to our audience. Sometimes it was hard to arrive early to class because of the demands of our work, but we always tried to be present. We were 24 journalists elected. It was an honor to be part of that small group. Every one of them with different visions of the same reality, something necessary in what they call journalism. Different opinion from people who came from different part of Colombia. Me from Barranquilla knew the security situation in Guaviare just by asking Laura Alvarado, a great colleague, or I could simply find out how much it had rained in Bogota by asking Valentina Lewis, another great partner. This is how this profession is, a teamwork. With this program, not only do you expand your horizons in this constant task of learning, but you also, once again, recognize our work is a boost to the threatened but necessary profession in turbulent times. On behalf of my colleague, I thank Joanna for the way she taught each class with the same enthusiasm from the beginning until the end. Thanks to Paola Martinez, our mentor, for her patience with each of the projects. How did she manage all of them? I have no idea, but thank you. To each of the guests we had, you, who are also our sources, taught us a lot. Thanks to Pilar Bravo and Sebastian Giraldo from the Colombo, who from the day one, from the first call we received until today, has always been there for us. I hope this is the first of many programs, and I hope it won't be 24 journalists, but many more. And to my colleagues, let's continue doing this work we are so passionate about with the same enthusiasm as always. Is it hard? Of course, very complicated. Do we sometimes not to want to do it because of pressure or third parties? There will always be obstacle, but the journalists, don't let that stop your work. As the great Ernesto Macauslan said, don't stop being surprised by the everyday. There you will find great stories. And my call is loud at a time when the world is facing a severe climate crisis whose effects we are already starting to feel. Let's continue informing. Let's continue educating. We who can replicate the message, but let's do it responsibly without rushing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alvaro. I would also like to say hello to our participants who are attending this ceremony through YouTube Live. Harriet Hidalgo, Mariana White, Alejandra Cetina, Daniela Solís, Laura Daniela Llanos, Laura Victoria Alvarado, Lina Álvarez, and Andrea Caro. It's time to recognize your hard work, guys. So we are going to distribute the certificates of participation. And so it's time for Jessica and Janet and Luz Livia, why not, our academic services manager, onto the stage to hand out the certificates. Please join us. We'll make sure to send the certificates to those participants who are attending the ceremony from the regions. Again, this certificate reads, the Embajada de Estados Unidos de Colombia and Centro Colombo Americano present this certificate of achievement for participating in the Voices for Change program for environmental journalists to Harriet Hidalgo, Mariana White, Alejandra Cetina, Daniela Solís, Laura Daniela Llanos, Laura Victoria Alvarado, Lina Marcela Álvarez, Andrea Caro, and Álvaro Ortiz. Please give them a round of applause. Now we are going to invite onto the stage to each one of the participants to receive their certificates and get a picture from Santiago, okay? First, we have Valentina Delgadillo Abello. Viviana Salazar Gómez. Eduardo Bonces Garzón. Geraldine Rosso Amortegui. Sharik Ruiz. Camilo Rey García. Cristina Castro Pinzón. someone with the biggest cheering crew, Angelica Sanchez. Angie García Rayo. Please give it up to them again. Congratulations, everybody. Before we continue, I want to make sure we didn't make any human mistakes. Everybody got the certificates? Yes? Okay. I know. I'm sorry about that. Now I think this is the moment we have all been waiting for, okay? The winners of our contest, so please don't leave. We need you guys here. These outstanding projects exemplify the creativity, dedication, and passion for environmental journalism. We are proud to present the awards to our finalists, who will receive a monetary prize. And more than the monetary prize, some Colombo scholarships. Okay. These prizes follow the terms and conditions of the program and the criteria under which these projects were evaluated, which were relevance and impact of the topic, quality and depth of the research, clarity and narrative coherence, creativity, use of resources, and quality of design, and compliance with the mentoring process, the rigorous mentoring process that Paola made sure everybody followed. I would also like to acknowledge again the amazing job of the evaluating committee. Jessica, Sergio, William, Janet, and Pedro, thank you very much. They gathered all of the projects, they evaluated each one of them under the criteria. We had an evaluating format. We made sure to calculate all of the scores and have the final scores, okay? It's very nerve-wracking for me, and I didn't even participate. Okay. So in third place, we have the project Damas de Nare by Laura Victoria Alvarado, proudly representing Marandúa Stereo Guaviare, please. She couldn't join us because she's working hard, but she was an amazing participant also in the classes. Every time we joined the classes, because we popped up, like every now and then, and she was there participating actively. So congratulations, Laura. Your project was amazing. I enjoy watching it also, okay? So, pardon? What's the prize? The prize is $250 US and a Colombo scholarships. Taking the second place is the project Tota, a water giant who needs help by Eduardo Bonces. He's here. Eduardo, this one is correct.
Oh, yes, this is correct.
Sorry. He wins 750 US dollars. Okay, this is a reminder for you to please explore all of the projects. Those who arrive late, those are the QR codes for the access to the magazine where you can watch and read and enjoy, listen, because there are some podcasts to all of the projects, okay? All right, and finally, the first place winner goes for the project The Reality of the Mallorquin Swamp by Álvaro Ortiz from El Heraldo. And the prize is 1,200 US dollars. Congratulations. He's very happy. Thank you very much. I know it was hard to make a decision. There were 5 judges plus Paola, and it was a hard job because I also watched, read, and listened to all of the projects, and I know they did a very amazing job. I enjoyed them all. Thank you very much, and thank you, Jessica, Janet, and Luz Livia. We have more surprises for you guys. Because your work has been truly exceptional, we are excited to present 2 additional awards. Our Colombo alumni community had the chance to review and vote for their projects that they like the most. And these are known as the Alumni Awards, okay? And just for your information, 2 of the members of Quijana are alumni of ours. I'm very, very, very proud of them, okay? Okay, so these are like the People Choice Awards. And the second place goes for the project Fashion Arguments by Sharik Ruiz, who represents Caracol Radio. And to hand out this award, we have our Deputy Director for Innovation and Educational Services, Sebastián Giraldo. Now they know who the winner is. Congratulations. Fabian Cruz, our Deputy Director for Alumni and Social Responsibility, is going to...
What did I win?
And the first place for the People's Choice Award, or our alumni community, goes to Sago, A Future Alternative by Valentina Delgadillo from El Nuevo Siglo. Sharik Ruiz wins 500,000 pesos, and Valentina Delgadillo 1 million pesos. Congratulations. Next, I think to join us in recognizing the work of our participants and inspiring us with some words and an invitation to protect our biodiversity is Carlos Lazo. Carlos Lazo is a committed Spanish Venezuelan explorer, and biologist with a deep passion for biodiversity, conservation, and sustainable development. As a researcher at the Humboldt Institute for over 15 years, he brings extensive experience in ecological studies, contributing to initiatives aimed at preserving Colombia's diverse ecosystems, from the Amazon rainforest to the Andean highlands. Please welcome Mr. Carlos Lazo. Would you like to speak from here?
Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't prepare anything in English. I will prepare in Spanish. And first of all, congratulations to all the participants, especially to the winners. Bueno, voy a hablar en español para que por ahí me hacen, aunque estamos en el centro Colombo venezolano, colombiano. Bueno, antes que nada, muchísimas gracias a la iniciativa del Centro Colombo, a la Embajada Americana, Janet, Jessica, especialmente también a Paola del Instituto Humboldt, nuestra jefa de prensa, y por supuesto Angélica y Cristina, que me invitaron a participar en parte de este proyecto, ¿no? Para nosotros como biólogos creo que voy a comentarles una pequeña, corta anécdota de cómo empecé yo a relacionarme hace aproximadamente 15 años cuando vine a trabajar en Colombia. Y tengo que hacer pues reseña, creo que la revista era Semana. Yo venía en un vuelo comercial desde Caracas a Bogotá, invitado por la directora en aquel momento del Instituto Alexander von Humboldt, Eugenia Ponce. En aquel momento los vuelos comerciales eran mucho más agradables, más simpáticos, más llevaderos, nos daban café, nos daban de todo, y entre las cosas que nos daban revistas. Y nos dieron una revista que creo no equivocarme, era la revista Semana. Entonces yo la cojo, la abro y veo un reportaje sobre los hipopótamos de Pablo Escobar. Entonces unos cazadores, todo lleno de sangre. Y yo dije, Dios mío, ¿a dónde yo he ido a trabajar? ¿Qué es esta locura? Hay hipopótamos en Colombia. Entonces yo dije, bueno, qué extraño. Llego a trabajar al instituto, no me decían nada y como a los 4 o 5 días viene la directora con toda su buena intención y me tira la revista sobre mi escritorio y me dice, resuélvame eso. Digo, ¿qué voy a resolver? ¿Qué voy a hacer con esos hipopótamos? Claro, yo en su momento le dije qué es lo que había que hacer, se lo dije como biólogo, tengo que decirlo, en su momento no nos hicieron caso y de 2 hipopótamos que teníamos en un principio, ahora tenemos 15 años después, más de 200. Y en el medio natural. ¿Y por qué les comento esto? Porque el reportaje, obviamente, lo hicieron algunos de ustedes, lo hicieron periodistas, ¿sí? Si ustedes no hubieran hecho ese trabajo, Colombia no conocería lo que está ocurriendo en la actualidad y toda la discusión 15 años después. ¿Y eso qué me lleva? Pues a reconocer la importancia del trabajo que ustedes hacen como periodistas ambientales. Eso es fundamental. Obviamente, pues ustedes lo saben mejor que yo, hay diferentes aproximaciones, pueden hacer un reportaje de denuncia, pueden narrar una historia curiosa, la vida de algunas personas, gracias Cristina, gracias Angélica, reconocer el trabajo de muchos biólogos. También nosotros entendemos como científicos que estamos del otro lado y en este caso como biólogos, pero también yo creo que aplica a geólogos, ecólogos, arqueólogos, todo lo que termine en ólogos realmente, ¿no? Y cualquier otro tipo de investigador. Yo sé que ustedes como periodistas muchas veces necesitan la inmediatez de la noticia. Sobre todo pues algunos medios, no quiero entrar en discusiones más audiovisuales, más televisivos, más de radio, es lógico, necesitan la noticia para el noticiero del mediodía. Entonces nos llaman por teléfono y estamos en el medio del lago de Tota, como me ha ocurrido en un bote buscando el pez graso, y estamos en directo, ¿qué opina usted? Si te cogen en frío, cuando Paola no lo filtra a tiempo. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que yo quiero mostrar con esto? Que a veces los que estamos de este lado, los biólogos, nos llevamos mal, entre comillas, con los periodistas. Y por eso muchos biólogos o científicos en general no quieren dar pues, ruedas de prensa, dar noticias, porque se molestan cuando ven el artículo en un diario importantísimo en el país y dice, eso no es lo que yo he dicho, esto no está bien dicho, no está bien definido, confunden términos muy curiosos y eso es normal, porque ser periodista ambiental es complicadísimo. Yo las 2 o 3 veces que he tenido que escribir, no una esquela, pero sí una nota para ciertos diarios nacionales que me dicen 4.500 palabras, 250 palabras, me cuesta muchísimo más escribir eso que escribir un paper en inglés, ¿sí? Porque lo que tengo que decir en esas 250 palabras tiene que ser correcto 100%. O sea, en ciencia tenemos que dar esa certeza total. ¿Y por qué lo digo? Porque ustedes como periodistas son para nosotros como una especie de control social, son como un faro de referencia y son realmente nuestro canal de comunicación con el público en general. Cuando yo empecé a trabajar en biología hace 40 años, periodismo ambiental no existía. O sea, eso es algo relativamente nuevo, es como el concepto de biodiversidad. Biodiversidad es de los años 80, antes eso no existía. Y ese pobre concepto de biodiversidad que se acuñó en el 1981, pues ha sido transformado y hoy en día, pues con todo el respeto, hasta los políticos hablan de biodiversidad, ¿no? Entonces, conceptos, términos que a ustedes les van a parecer soluciones basadas en la naturaleza, en fin. Hay una cantidad de temas que son nuevos y que no necesariamente muestran la realidad y la dificultad de escribir un reportaje en el tema ambiental. Se dice ambiental, yo hablaría más de la naturaleza, como dijo en la COP en Cali, Patricio von Hildebrand. Él es un antropólogo que ha hecho muchísimo por este país y es el que logró todas esas condiciones y el reconocimiento a los terrenos indígenas, ahora es el secretario de la OTCA, y lo que alcancé yo a oír de él en una grabación, no lo vi personalmente, él hablaba de la naturaleza. Yo a veces prefiero hablar más de la naturaleza que de la biodiversidad, porque la naturaleza nos incluye todo. Bueno, entonces les comento eso, estas noticias, la inmediatez, la denuncia, que es fundamental. Ustedes tienen que seguir haciendo la denuncia, porque nosotros los científicos podemos publicar lo que les dije, un paper, y se lo leen 5 gatos. Y esos 5 gatos son los 5 gatos que nos conocemos. Y eso no sirve para nada. Realmente, bueno, sirve para avanzar la ciencia, por supuesto, con todo respeto, pero no sirve la presión que ustedes ejercen, no voy a decir indirectamente, directamente. Vean el caso que tenemos ahora con el bendito Pangasius o con el hipopótamo. Si ustedes no hubieran sacado esos reportajes, eso pasa por debajo de la mesa del gobierno de turno con todo el respeto del mundo, y hay cierta lógica, porque no hay esa presión ciudadana que, bueno, que está enmarcada en toda la situación que vivimos, particularmente en Colombia. Colombia es muy diferente a cualquier otro país de América del Sur porque la gente no conoce la realidad en territorio. O sea, el territorio no es Cali, no es Medellín, no es Bogotá, no es Bucaramanga. Usted se mueve 30 kilómetros del aeropuerto y funciona otro país, ¿sí? Y cuando hacemos estas exploraciones, las investigaciones científicas, pues yo me imagino los reportajes de investigación que tienen que hacer o que han hecho muchos de ustedes, que incluso la seguridad está en juego. Yo les cuento pues esto porque su papel es más importante para mí que un periodista deportivo, con todo respeto, a los que les gusta el fútbol, el béisbol, o un periodista político que nos termina pues aburriendo a mucha gente porque dicen es más de lo mismo, ¿no? Y lo que ustedes escriben hoy permanece en el tiempo. Nosotros estamos trabajando ahora en un proyecto en el lago de Tota y estamos buscando, bueno, desde el siglo pasado, o sea, reportes importantísimos, no sabe lo que eso vale. Bueno, no me voy a extender más, pero sí quiero, como biólogo, darles un panorama dentro de toda esta historia del cambio climático, del cambio global, de todos estos discursos políticos las COP, que con toda la buena intención terminan siendo poco útiles. Ahora hay un libro muy bueno de Whit Davis, este antropólogo canadiense, perdón, que él hace un análisis muy crítico de las COPs anteriores. Y yo se los recomiendo que lo lean, porque uno ve realmente el gran esfuerzo que hacen los periodistas, que hacen los científicos, que hacen incluso los mismos políticos, y la falta de voluntad por el costo económico que eso trae consigo y que hemos hecho realmente desde Río de Janeiro. Bueno, entonces, en ese marco de cambio climático, cambio global, que es el impacto antrópico, lo que llamamos ahora el antropoceno por muchas personas, hay 5 o 6 puntos que para mí son claves, que yo les recomendaría que investigaran y publicaran sobre ello. Uno, para mí es el principal problema que tiene Colombia, es la deforestación. Eso es fundamental. Segundo, la minería, pero la minería ilegal. Porque si la minería, yo lo digo como biólogo, si la minería la haces bien, organizada, es muchísimo mejor que hacerla de manera desorganizada, con todo el reconocimiento, y sabemos que la necesidad lleva a la minería ilegal. En tercer lugar, la contaminación de todos nuestros ríos, los humedales interiores, el océano, eso es clave porque es el que regula el clima. En cuarto lugar, elementos clave que muchos de ustedes han escrito también, que tiene que ver con la acidificación de los océanos, el blanqueamiento de los corales y la pérdida de hábitat costero. Y algo que también es clave, la caída de todas las pesquerías, de todo el recurso, el pescado que comemos. Probablemente nuestros nietos no llegarán a comer pescado de mar, o lo comerán pescado de acuicultura. Y esto me lleva también a un problema que también muchos de ustedes han publicado, y tiene que ver con las especies acuáticas exóticas, que vienen de otro continente, como por ejemplo el pangasius o la tilapia, que se ha creado como una expectativa y una necesidad al colombiano, al campesino, al pescador, de manera artificial, todo hay que decirlo, eso no existía en el imaginario colombiano, eso es reciente, eso viene de los años 60, 70, ¿no? Y lo que está ocurriendo ahora con el pangasius. Para mí esos son los 5 o 6 problemas fundamentales sobre los cuales yo recomendaría a ustedes como periodistas que trabajen en el tema, y por ese relacionamiento que tenemos con los biólogos, en este caso los científicos en temas ambientales en general, de mantener esa buena relación. Y cuando digo mantener esa buena relación, hay que cuidar a la fuente, como la llaman ustedes, porque nos ocurre mucho el refrán que dice: si te he visto no me acuerdo, ¿no? Tienes la noticia y chao. Entonces, nosotros que estamos del otro lado nos quedamos como con esa idea de seguir manteniendo una relación a futuro con ustedes. Bueno, eso es lo que les venía a decir muy brevemente. De nuevo, felicitaciones a todo el mundo, entiendo que son más de 24 participantes. Lo que alcancé a ver me ha parecido muy interesante. Sí quiero darle las gracias también a Cristina y a Angélica y a Paola nuevamente por haberme incluido de manera modesta. Yo no tengo nada que ver con Harrison Ford, pero agradezco mucho el tema, aunque Harrison Ford, gracias a él, Conservation International ha obtenido muchísimo dinero, porque él era el representante con toda la seriedad del mundo, y a veces lo que nos hace falta es tener a alguien que nos ayude, y si a mí me llaman Indiana Jones y eso sirve para algo, pues muchas gracias.
So as we near the end of today's event, let's take a moment to reflect on what this program is all about, using our voices to amplify the message that conservation isn't just important, it's urgent. I'd like to invite Sebastián Giraldo, our Deputy Director of Innovation and Educational Services, to the stage to share a few final words.
Thank you very much, Pili, for your very, very amazing work on this project. Good afternoon to everyone. Special greetings to Jessica Camargo, our American Spaces Coordinator at the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Janet Van Dieren, our General Manager at Centro Colombo Americano, William Layton, founder of the Último Bosque, and Carlos Lazo, our special and very, very important guest today. Quiero dar un saludo muy especial a todos los familiares, amigos, esposos, esposas, papás que nos acompañan el día de hoy, porque seguramente ustedes apoyaron a todos estos periodistas y participantes durante estos últimos 3 meses en el arduo trabajo, en las fuertes clases y en el gran proyecto que desarrollaron, porque sabemos que no fue fácil y sobre todo con un intermedio en el que tenían que cubrir la COP16. Así que un aplauso también para los familiares que nos acompañan. I will begin congratulating the environmental journalists who have successfully completed this program today. Your dedication and commitment are not only the reflection of your passion for the environment, but also of your determination to lead meaningful change in our society and our planet. As some of you know, I took the challenge of leading the innovation area at Colombo 7 months ago, and programs like Voices for Change show how we can go beyond traditional learning, opening doors to new ways of learning and collaboration. Innovation, as I have mentioned in different spaces, is not just about implementing technology or artificial intelligence. It is about transforming lives through new programs, methodologies, and experiences that empower people. As an American space, one of our most important pillars is related to skills building, and this program is a clear example of how we do it. Quiero felicitar especialmente a Angélica y a Álvaro, porque hace 3 meses en la entrevista no tenían tanta confianza para hablar en inglés como hoy, así que un aplauso también para ustedes. But you didn't just learn English. You became stronger leaders, project managers, curious researchers, and bold communicators. You also built connections and networks that will help you to take your ideas even further. This is the true impact of an initiative like this, creating spaces where we can learn to translate how ideas into action. I want to express my deep gratitude to all those who made this program possible. First, to the United States Embassy in Bogota, whose support through the American Spaces Support Fund made this dream a reality. To our very talented teachers, Luis Mejia and Joana Chapelles, please, another big round for them. Because you accepted this challenge from the beginning, and you were the first teachers in this type of program. So thank you very much for your commitment. Paola, thank you very much for being our mentor. Your patient and supporting ideas during the development of the projects was amazing. We know that it was a very hard work, but thank you for your constant monitoring. To our judges, Jessica, Janet, Pedro, William, and Sergio, for taking the time and effort to carefully evaluate each proposal. And of course, this program wouldn't have been possible without the collaborative work of our team at Centro Colombo Americano. Thanks to all the shared services team, marketing team, finance team, library, culture, logistics, IT, alumni, Claudia Rodriguez, Lilian Ávila, Laura González. And I also want to make a very special recognition to Pilar Bravo. Thank you, Pili, for coordinating all the details to develop this program. Ella ha estado pendiente de todos los participantes desde el día 1 y los ha estado llamando, enviándoles mensajes. A veces nos ha tocado perseguirlos un poco, pero es para que hayan podido terminar este programa. Así que gracias, Pilar. And today is a day to celebrate, but also to reflect. This is not the end, but the beginning of something bigger. At Colombo, together with the embassy, we hope to continue dreaming of new programs and projects that will transform lives and create a positive impact in our country. But you, environmental journalists, are now the carriers of powerful message. This program has given you tools, but the true mission begins now. The environment needs your voice more than ever. And as Voices for Change, your task is to inspire, inform, and mobilize others to protect what belongs to us and to future generations. So celebrate this achievement, take pride in it, and of course, enjoy that networking space and small gift that we have prepared for you. Thank you all for being here, and congratulations to all. I want to invite all the participants who received their certificate today to join us here at the stage for a final picture. I want to invite also Janet, Jessica, the teachers, Luis and Joanna, please, and our mentor, Paola. Una foto de cierre antes de irnos a nuestro espacio de networking.